Good morning, welcome to a morning review on Monday the 3rd of August. This is Kim Watson speaking for Ezeetrader. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first, and as you can see on Friday, let me just make this a bit bigger, that's it. So Friday's price action, we rallied back up and then pulled back down again, so it pretty much ended in a shooting star type pattern. We just short by the looks of things of the week. The monthly pivot there is just needs to come down the time frames. It's just short of the monthly pivot there, which has a reasonable possibility of being hit. The weekly pivot's in about the same level, and also when we come down the time frame, we can see we've got a daily pivot around about the same level as well. So there is a good probability of this being hit now. Daily pivots are a reasonable probability being hit each day, so we'd expect there's a possibility of it coming from those levels. Now at the moment it's selling off. If we do see a break of these absolute lows here, well, I'm going to be having to look at least intermediate wise down towards the Friday lows and possibly the S1 and Thursday's lows. So there is some possible downside targets there if we do continue to break in that direction. At the moment it's just been chopping quite a bit, so there is the chance, as I say, of it running up. Now beyond that point, well, it might just blip and roll over again. The market itself in the moment, it's very sideward sort of price action. You can see from the 4 hourlies, the overall picture on the dailies is not particularly clear. Okay, let's have a look at the pound, and let's just have a run through here in terms of very range bound still. We're pretty much in terms of range. If I put my old one of my rectangles on here and run it across there to really, well, you could run it down as far as there, but we've been pretty much sitting in this range. Now we've got the monthly pivot below us, which again has a good chance of being hit. We've got the weekly pivot below us, which has a good chance of being hit quite early on. So there's certainly, and the daily pivot's around about almost being hit there on the, you can see from the 60-minute chart. So it's erring towards the downside here at the moment for me from a pivot point of view. Trend wise, well, as I say, when you look at this daily price action, there isn't a lot of trend. There's a lot of indecision. We've had shooting star, doji, spinning top. So there's hardly a lot of clear direction in terms of where we're running here. So if I do see it start breaking down, well, as I say, the pivots below look like a reasonable opportunity. Alternatively, if it rallies well, maybe looking towards Friday's highs as targets there. Dollar yen, well, again, it's been one of those that's in quite a choppy range. Shooting star, well, not quite a hammer there, but at the moment we're just sort of sitting here, pushing up a little bit, more erring from this overall price action to the potential further upside. Looking at the chart from the hourly perspective, well, daily pivot, I'm not too sure if it's been completely hit, but we have got a weekly pivot below, which as I say, these pivots do tend to get hit mostly, and so often quite early in the week. But if it does rally off, I'll be looking towards Friday's highs in the R1. If it starts selling off, well, obviously those lows from Friday's later session, maybe even beyond that, heading towards the lows and maybe the S1. But I think it's easy. Any move on the yen at the moment is a lot easier to the upside than downside. And finally, the Aussie dollar. Looking from the bigger picture first, looking at dailies, we've got the monthly pivot above us. Maybe a big ask at the moment. It just seems very weak. But on Friday, we did put that sort of spinning top. We've had a doji before. Again, uncertainty into these markets, and this is certainly coming through and showing with the fundamentals as well. Direction slightly down, if anything, from the 4 hourlies, and the more recent lows we've actually taken out, put lower highs in. So the Aussie it's already hit the daily pivot, in the weekly pivot, I believe is just underneath there as well. Let's just check. Yeah, weekly pivot's been done. So more likely, if it's going to fail, or we're going to see some weakness, it could be in the Aussie. But again, watch out for these sort of moves. That sometimes it will start running in the direction and pull back quite a way, and then continue its move. It's a bit of an odd one of late. It's got into these very choppy days, and then sort of given some direction. We had quite a lot of chopper there on Thursday, and then eventually direction. Friday was a bit of a clearer day, but you just got to watch it, give it plenty of leeway. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now we're starting off on the news for the month again. We're back at the earlier part of the month. Only really significant news out today is we've got the UK manufacturing PMI at 930, which will always give us a reasonable kick, at least 20-30 pips on many occasion. And then at 3 o'clock we've got the ISM manufacturing PMI coming out. So again, it's US manufacturing numbers out at 3 o'clock. And again, these will probably have a bit more weighting on both of these numbers now as we're heading towards potential interest rate increases, maybe later in the year or the turn next year. So okay, that's it for me. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.